The old man spent the entire day cutting heavy logs deep inside the jungle. His hands were rough, his clothes covered in dirt, but he never stopped working. Before sunset, he finally tied the last piece of rope and pushed the wooden raft into the river. The water moved slowly at first. Dark, cold, silent. The old man climbed onto the raft carefully and grabbed the long wooden pole beside him. This river was dangerous. Not because of the current, but because crocodiles lived here. He looked around quietly. The jungle on both sides felt endless. Tall trees blocked the sky, and strange sounds echoed from deep inside the forest. The raft creaked softly as it floated farther into the river. Every small movement made the old man alert. Out here, one mistake could cost his life. He checked the ropes again with tired hands. The logs were holding strong, but the river was unpredictable. Sometimes the water stayed calm, and sometimes it pulled hard beneath the raft. A sudden splash broke the silence. The old man froze for a second. Something large had moved underwater beside him. Then he saw it. A crocodile. Its dark eyes slowly rose above the surface before disappearing again into the black water. The old man tightened his grip on the wooden pole but stayed calm. Fear was dangerous out here. Panic could kill faster than the river itself. The raft kept drifting deeper into the jungle. As the sun disappeared, cold wind moved across the water. The sky turned dark blue, and shadows covered the river completely. The old man reached into his small bag and pulled out a piece of cloth and a metal lighter. Carefully, he started a tiny fire on a flat stone placed in the middle of the raft. A weak orange flame appeared. The fire gave him a little warmth, but it also revealed how alone he really was. Nothing around him except darkness, water, and the sounds of creatures hiding in the night. Somewhere behind the raft, water moved again. Slowly, quietly, the old man turned his head and saw another crocodile following him from a distance. Its body stayed hidden under the river, but the eyes reflected the firelight. Watching him, waiting, the raft moved with the current while the old man sat silently beside the fire. His face looked tired, but his eyes stayed sharp. He had survived too much in life to fear the dark now. The river became rougher as the night grew colder. Small waves hit the side of the raft again and again. One strong hit made the raft shake hard. The old man quickly grabbed the ropes and pulled the logs tighter together. If the raft broke apart here, there would be no escape. The crocodiles were still nearby. He could feel it. Sometimes only a ripple appeared beside the raft. Sometimes the water stayed completely still. That silence felt even worse. The old man slowly pushed the raft forward with the wooden pole. His arms were weak from exhaustion, but he refused to stop moving. Hours passed. The fire became smaller and smaller until only glowing embers remained. Fog slowly spread across the river. The jungle almost disappeared behind the white mist. For a moment, everything felt unreal. Then suddenly, a loud splash exploded beside the raft. The old man jerked backward as a crocodile slammed against the side of the logs. The raft shook violently. Water splashed across his face while the crocodile disappeared back into the darkness. The old man breathed heavily but stayed on the raft. His hands trembled slightly as he grabbed the pole tighter. He knew the crocodile would come back. Slowly, he lifted the burning stick from the fire and held it close to the edge of the raft. The flame reflected across the black water. A few seconds later, two glowing eyes appeared again. Closer this time, the old man pushed the burning stick toward the water. The crocodile stopped moving for a moment before sinking beneath the surface again. Silence returned. Only the sound of water touching wood remained. The old man sat down slowly, staring into the darkness around him. His face looked old and tired, but there was no fear left inside him now, only survival. The raft continued floating through the endless jungle river